video. This week I am back from almost a month away and had a crazy holiday. Very happy I did it, but very much in denial that fall is right around the corner. So I'm gonna slowly ease my way into the new season with some transitional outfits, some go-to easy outfit formulas that you can put together to help you transition from summer to fall without shopping, and I made them quite general so that you can use what's already in your closet. So for those of you who are new, welcome. Every week I talk about slow fashion with a heavy focus on the principles of minimalism. So using and loving what you already have and making smart shopping decisions so that you can create a closet full of pieces that you actually love and wear. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below. I post every Sunday. And for those of you who are coming back, big hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and watching. Like, it really means a lot. So grab your tea and let's jump on in. This first outfit formula is totally not rocket science, but it's kind of interesting and it's the first one that I always go to, and it's using a summer base outfit and adding only fall accessories. So switching up your belts, maybe you're adding a felt hat or a scarf, obviously switching up your footwear. I count footwear into accessories with this one, especially because I think as soon as you kind of cover your toes, that instantly gives the look a little bit more weight to it and really sends it into fall without adding so much bulk or layers, because it still is pretty hot. Here in Canada, it's going up to like 26, 27 today. So this is a great one when you're not quite at the point where you're going to have to start layering on sweaters and things, but you still want to dress for the season. It's also a really great way to stretch your summer wear a little bit further rather than quickly crossing over to fall. This next one might seem completely identical to the first little outfit formula, but I swear, hear me out, it is not. This one has to do more with contrasting colors and less contrasting your seasons. So this is a great way to stretch any of your whites or your really nice light color or pastels into the fall season and get a little bit more wear out of them. So this just entails wearing your whites or your light pieces with darker colored separates. So I'm talking about using your separate pieces, whether it's a darker skirt used with a light colored blouse, or the opposite, if you've got a great pair of white denim that you don't want to quite say goodbye to yet. This is a great way to bring them into the fall season by just adding, maybe it's a navy or a black top or a black layered cardigan and blazer, that kind of thing. So you're taking advantage of your fall separates and you're contrasting them with your lighter summer separates as well. And with that contrast, you're creating a little bit more of a bolder, edgy look, which I think really lends itself well to the fall season. Out the versatility in the items in your closet. So this is where you find any of your basics that can do double duty. Instead of seeking out a new fall coat, for example, get more use out of the blazer you already have by throwing it on as a jacket. If you want to be like really cool and blogger-esque, then you could throw it on your shoulders as a cape. But I've mentioned this so many times before, I have no idea how you would actually function that way, so another summer staple that can do double duty really well is any of your dresses that have buttons all the way down the front. These can easily be turned into duster cardigans or worn as long tunics over a pair of pants to give yourself a little bit extra warmth without, again, adding too much bulk. texture to a more summer look is another great way to give yourself that little nudge into fall. But the magic here is the contrast in textures. So for example, take a light silk or a flowy, nice chiffon-y, flowy material and pair it with something a little heftier like a wool or a leather or faux leather. This contrast and tension creates a really interesting look, and it also works really well if you have a more neutral or monochrome closet because it creates a lot more dimension in a look that is all one color. If you're feeling like things are just a little bit wonky and like too polar opposite when it comes to playing with texture, the easiest way to overcome this is making sure that your textures are still within the same palette. That way it's not too much to look at. Fun because it allows you to keep your shorts or short skirts in rotation for a lot longer, and this is almost like a style mullet. So you wear fall wear on top and keep it summer on the bottom. So with this kind of look, I would say you can really go heavy on the layering, on the darker colors and the more moodier textures on top, and then pair it with a pair of your best summer shorts or your cutest little summer skirt. And this is a really great way to play with proportions of a look to make it a little bit off balance, but in a good way. The way to make this work and make it look as though you actually do know what kind of climate you're dressing for is by keeping it within, again, a nice cohesive color palette. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to keep it all monochrome. Stick with complementary colors and not contrasting colors. This next one is going to come as no surprise to anyone, really, because layering is one of the key tenets of, well, dressing, I think, for any season, but especially during those awkward shoulder seasons when it's hot and cold. It can be really valuable because you're not only adding dimension to your outfit, but you're creating a look that is easy to adjust as the weather changes throughout the day. However, when it comes to layering from summer to fall, I think it's especially important to layer over and not under. It gets pretty hot during the day, and it's so much easier to simply take off layers than have to deal with something that, you know, you probably ingeniously layered underneath a shirt, or maybe you did like a turtleneck underneath a slip dress. That's all fabulous, but can be pretty awkward to take off if you get really hot in a public place during this time of year. So layer over, whether it's a bomber jacket over a cute dress or jumpsuit, or, you know, you can start pulling out your moto jackets a little bit earlier and just wear them a little bit casually. Today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so great to be back and chatting with you. I would love to know what your tips for transitional dressing are. Put them in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back next week with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao! Oh, I don't know if I said it. Have a great week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Okay. Ciao!